Yo, what is good? Price from. This video is definitely gonna be just for kids. I have to say that every video, or say something for every video what it will be. As you see me, fiddling with something on the camera, this is actually going to be a showcase of my slew of characters that I own. You could say that is comparable. So at the moment, I only have, I think, about 3 or 4 that I can compare to you guys for, let's just say, the slew of villains. And the next is probably going to be the slew of heroes. And then the slew of sets that they specifically came in and tell you which ones you should get. Now that I'm saying that now, that some of them actually I do own, but I ran into some complications with them, and I either destroyed it and was trying to, redo it, or destroyed it and used it for other things, which I tend to do that a lot. The Venom mech and the Spider mech will not be in this video because unfortunately I had dismantled them on accident. I didn't realize that the Venom finger that came with the set actually broke off, and I realized it broke off, but I was looking for it and I couldn't find it, so I just said forget it and just smushed it up, and then I found it, and then I felt bad that I messed it up, so now I don't have a Venom mech. But I do have a slew of villains that I can compare to and say which one is the best and which one is not. But when I get the newer sets, which is coming this weekend, I should be able to compare it even more. Maybe I should wait to do it. Might as well get it done now. So these are the things I'm going to compare it to: Doc Ock, Mysterio, Vulture, and Carnage, and Spider-Man. So I don't have too many slew of characters I can compare to. Now I do have Iron Man and Batman I could compare, but that would be a whole different video. So but I do have some other characters that could go along with it, but I'll do that for another video. So the people who I will not be comparing. Oh, can't forget Ghost Rider. I did get a new Ghost Rider, and I have to compare that one. I can't compare Green Goblin at the moment, because I did not get that new set. The what was it? The Spider Layer. I'm getting that in March, but once that comes out, then I can compare the Green Goblin. But for right now, also I won't be able to compare the drones to the Far From Home set, of course, because I don't really have that set. But if I had that set with the Jed, Nick Fury, Happy Hogan, and that Spider-Man, then I can, do that. I will be comparing the spider webbing, so since that is here first, we will do that first. So, as you see, there is a huge difference, the color differentiation. There's the white, and then there's the clear. Now, I remember seeing that there was a blue version of that one. That came with the Miles Morales. So the Miles Morales had that one. And then I saw that there was a Venom set that came with Venom, and he had black. So I might try to see if I can get the Miles Morales, I think I already got the Venom one, so I'll try to get the Miles Morales. But the Miles Morales came with the blue set of these, so that's pretty cool. I really like the webbing and the different colors of it. I really like that. So that's pretty much about the webbing. Nothing really, spectacular. Just the color. Now I have 2 different Scorpions. This one that came with Scarlet Spider, Spider-Woman, and Spider-Man, Green Goblin, and Kraven. That came with the Bridge set, which I do have, but I think I left it at school. We was doing a project, and it fit perfect with what I was doing and all of that. So, but I do still own the characters, so that's the good thing. I'm glad I didn't lose the characters. But I can't really compare the other Scorpion with this one. I don't know what happened to him. He might be mixed in with my other stuff because I got a big black bag of Legos, so he might be in there. But I would say there was the other Scorpion. It was like a miniaturized version. If you guys know what I'm talking about, he had the yellow stinger. He has stubby legs. But I like this one better. This is definitely a classic suit version of Scorpion in the comic books. I really like this one. I like the tail. It does come apart. I really like this Scorpion. It's really cool. He's not my favorite villain from the comic books, but he's cool. So that's that one. I'm explaining what the other one looked like. The other one had, like a crazy, mad, big eyes, like a cartoon version of that Scorpion. But I prefer the more, realistic, grimy, gritty Scorpion. That one's pretty cool. I can't really compare Shockers because I also have the Shocker from the Homecoming set, so throw him in the pile over there. Let's do Carnage. So I'm gonna take his arms off because I actually started posing him with the Venom because Venom 2. But I'm gonna compare the Carnages now. Let me get my little stand. I haven't used it. I don't know why I haven't, but I'm gonna use the stand. So have them stand by side. So, well, actually, I haven't have them stand by side because there's nothing really to compare them to. Because the first view wasn't really comparable, except for the webbing. Anyways, this is the older model is on the left, and the newer model is on the right. So let's get into the older model. As you see, it's like a matte red, and kind of slew of painting of black. Now, I like this Carnage. This one was classic. This is more comic booky, cartoon, animated series Spider-Man comic book because of the mouth. You see the mouth is actually pink. It's more black in the face and all of that. This one is more orangish in the chest area. This sort of seems like Absolute Carnage. Now, I don't know if Absolute Carnage is like this, but what I think of Absolute Carnage is, something like this, red, orange. Orange is yellow in the middle. The mouth is more orangish, and the eyes are more broader than this one, as you can see. This one, the eyes are more shrink down, and this one over here is more, broad out. And it also goes along on the back here. I also like the back printing on both, but this one is more, slewed out, but also going in. But I really like the detail on this one better though. You see, the black ink was more smeared on this one and more dark in the middle than going out, and it has like scribbles. But this one is more detailed, it's better. And also has foot printing as well and arm printing on this one, but not on this one. So there is a yes and no, you should get it and shouldn't get it. This one came with the Miles Morales shield set, and of course you saw this one. This came with the Ghost Rider set. So that's your take on it. I prefer to get this one. Although it doesn't have arm printing, it does have better detail. But if you prefer to get this one, then that's totally on you. It's maybe due to the comic book version, and it's more comic book and it's cartoon related. But I like this one better because it's more better detailed. I look for more detail than really the relation. But sometimes I'm looking for relation. So, but I prefer the newer model. The newer model is really cool. It's way better than the older one. Now, let's get into something besides Spider-Man. Let's get to Ghost Rider. Oh, sorry guys, somebody started calling me while I'm recording. This is Ghost Rider. As you can definitely see, these are two different sort of people. So, of course, you got your Johnny Blaze, regular comic book style Ghost Rider, and then of course you got your Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which he looks amazing. He actually kind of looks like the show. Let's get you a closer look. I really like the Robbie Reyes one. That's not because it's new or anything, but I really like the flame on this one. The flame on this one is a lot darker in person than it does actually look on camera. Maybe you can see the difference, but this one is a lot darker. I really like the silver tone of it, and the orange eyes and the gaping mouth of it is really cool. And then of course I like the jacket, you know, it's very, very cool. Here it is on the back of the Robbie Reyes. Very nice detail, very nice. And then of course you got your Johnny Blaze here. He looks good. White skull, classic Ghost Rider. The mouth, classic. The eyes and the broad of it looks very cartoony to me. I really do like the silver of the chain. Now you can, you know, get chains like from the bridge set. It does come with the chain. Take that off and put it around him, or you know, something like that. Now this Ghost Rider came with Hobgoblin and Spider-Man. Now I had the Hobgoblin and I don't know what happened to him. He disappeared. The last thing I had from him was pieces from his glider and his hood piece. So I just used his hood piece for the Scarlet Spider. So unfortunately I don't have it anymore, but I do now have Green Goblin. Green Goblin's actually better than Hobgoblin to me. Anyways, I like this Ghost Rider, but the newer one is just beautiful. This is gorgeous. This is just a gorgeous minifigure. I really like it. Johnny Blaze, I mean, he's cool, but he gave the mantle to Robbie Reyes, so Robbie Reyes is taking the crown for me. Now, if you're looking for the comic book Ghost Rider, go all for it. I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna go for the Robbie Reyes, but for me, I'm going for him. And now, if you go for the Johnny Blaze, I'm not gonna be mad. I own both of them, but I'm gonna go for the Robbie Reyes. Now, whenever I do start playing with them, I'm probably gonna have Ghost Rider, you know, Johnny Blaze give the mantle to Robbie Reyes as he did in the show. So our next set of people is the Vultures. So now this one is from the Homecoming set, and I'm gonna take the wings off of the older one because the wings are gonna mess up what it looks like. And then I'll show the wings off. The wings are pretty big on the Homecoming. So this is, of course, the Vulture from Homecoming and the Vulture from the comic books. Now, obviously, you can see there's something wrong with the Homecoming. The Homecoming should have the Homecoming helmet and the Homecoming clear piece. Fortunately, I guess I must have lost the clear piece on the back and I lost his helmet. So you're gonna have to bear with me, but it still looks good. This actually came from a Ninjago set that I got, so I'm kind of glad I have this. It kind of looks okay. I mean, the Vulture was, you know, doing some welding and stuff, so I guess you could say he's a welder or maker. So anyways, this looks really good. I really like the jacket. It reminds me of like a wool jacket, but it's also like a leather jacket. So I really like this. I wish it was more brown like it was in the movie and not black. Because I guess it must have appeared as black, but it looked more brown to me. So maybe make it a little bit light or dark brown. But I really do like the pants. The pants are really nice. It's a really nice shade of green. And then, of course, because the original had, you know, green eyes and all of that. So if you want to look at that, you would have to go look at some pictures of it. But I really like it. Of course, the same head as on this one, so I'm pretty sure you can see that. I really like the head sculpt. There's brown speckling on it, but in person it's brown speckling on it. Can't really show it on it. Can't really see it on camera. This is the comic book version. I really like the stripes on it. I wish it kind of, you know, go further on the legs and somewhat on the arms, but you know, it'll do. I really like the feathering. I kind of wish it had like what the Craven had, which was this piece, the fur piece around it. You know, put it on this one or put it on that one. Now you can do that on this one. You just have to take off the back piece so you can have the wings. But those are basically the Vultures. I'll show you the wings and then tell you if you should get it or not. These are the wings. Obviously, this is the Homecomings because the comic book version wings are not this huge. These wings are humongous. Now, forgive me, there has been some losing of pieces. I have a lot of Legos, so pieces get lost all the time for me. Sometimes go in the vacuum or, thrown in the trash. So forgive me, but the wings are very cool. I really like this pattern design here, even though it wasn't in the movie. It was more technology and cords and plugs and stuff inside of it. Stuff that goes in like in a car maybe or in a plane. That's what it kind of looked like in the wings. But it's Legos, so it's not gonna be like a realistic car. I mean, they have realistic stuff, but this is not gonna be realistic. But I really do like the fact that the wings, these actually do move, because in the movie, if you remember when he was on the ferry fighting the vulture, actually these clip Spider-Man's webs when he shot the web at his wings, and he actually used these to cut it. So I really like that play feature. Originally there was two stud shooters on both sides here. I took them off because those are pointless on there, because he had the gun there. He had a gun, but he didn't really have them on both sides, so I just took them off. And then, of course, you got your back printing here. If you give you a close-up of that, that's really cool. That's a really cool print. I like that. And then I like, because this, so funny story, these actually came from the Shield set with Carnage, the older model. And I took that off, and I wanted to add, the turbines, because there was no turbines on it. Originally, actually, in the movie, there was actually the turbines were actually in here, and actually came out of there. But I like how Lego, made it a separate piece, so that worked for me. But I wanted to have the turbines because there was no turbines. So I found some turbines from that set and used it for that. So that's those. Those are pretty cool. It's brick built, so that's even better. And now these are, the comic book version. This is just a plain piece of plastic. It's a little bendy. I don't want to break it. I kind of wish Lego put a little bit more time into this. This set came with White Tiger, Doc Ock, the original Doc Ock, comic book version. Doc Ock, White Tiger, Vulture, Spider-Man, and Captain Stacy. But I kind of wish they, put a little bit of detail in this a little bit. I guess it's just plain green in the comic books, so I guess it'll work. But it's just, I wish they would put a little bit, effort into it like they did for this one. Now, for the 2099 Spider-Man set, that came with another Vulture, and I guess that was inspired by the video game, which is pretty cool, which I like how they actually used it for like the Doc Ock video game version. So there's that. Now the newer Venom is actually definitely an upgrade from the older one, which was more of like a comic book version. That one came with Nick Fury, Nova, Beetle, Jameson, Doctor Doom, and Spider-Man. So all of those. But this is definitely an upgrade. I like the mouth is more wide, scarier. The eyes are more broader. The symbol definitely is a lot more broader. And I've been using the arms from that set actually for that. So there's not too much there. There is back printing, but the back printing is just like the front printing. It's more broad, more salute. You get who that's supposed to be. So I like that. I can't compare the other one like I said before because, I lost it. Now I'm getting another Sandman, so I will be able to compare the Sandman to the other one. So I'm going to save him for the other video as well. I can do Mysterio and then Doc Ock, and then I would save the Spider-Man for part 2. So, because there is a lot. So this is Mysterio. So as you can definitely see which is which. This is the comic book. I have a lot of comic book villains, so that is really good. I have the comic book versions, and now I'm having more modern. So obviously on the right, this is the comic book. You get who that's supposed to be. That is Mysterio through and through. I like the suit design. Again, like Vulture, I wish there was more lines going through the body, but it'll do. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's Lego. Remember, it's for kids, not for, adults. I mean, it can be, but, I do not like the fish dome for this Mysterio. I'm definitely switching the helmets because in the Far From Home movie, the helmet was more foggy, bluish, gray, white. So I'm gonna put that one on that one. But for him, I mean, I get it. You want it to have the fogginess of it, but you should have did what they did for this one. Have the clear head with the gray inside, because now you can see that that's supposed to be, fog, I guess. What they should have did is include a different head sculpt. Now, what I did for my Mysterio is that I custom-made a head and put it on that Mysterio. So this is the head that I use. It's like the Alexi Savage head on that Rhino, and then of course I used it like regular brown hair, and then put it on that as my Quentin Beck. That's what I used. I really like the gold right there, gold clips for the cape. I like the cape. It's soft goods, just like on this one. This one is a little bit brighter than that one. And I do like the green effect, so that is pretty cool. Now, moving on to the, oh, I didn't show you guys the back. So the back actually does have some detail. I like how the cape is, kind of scrunched up down there, up here. And of course the lines go on the back, but there's no other lines everywhere else, which is unfortunate, like I said. So now, moving on to the next one. Here is the more, modernized, but this is the Far From Home Mysterio. Came with Hydra Man, the new tech suit Spider-Man, MJ, and then of course this Mysterio. So I really like this Mysterio. I like how both of them do have gold hands, which is, accurate. I do like the suit. It has a lot of very intricate detail. I really liked how this is, kind of gold a little bit, just like Iron Man. I like how the gold goes down here, foot, leg printing, and the blue lights going through and through, and then the clips, of course, for the cape. And then I really like that. There's a lot of gold pieces, and then there's a lot of green in it, and there's some purple as well. You guys can't see that. There is some purple in there. Now on the back, the detail continues on. I really like how they use gold, purple, blue, all those different colors in here. And then of course with the dark green for the bodysuit. Kind of wish there was more detail on the arms, because there was detail in the movie, and there was, those like clamps like Mysterio actually has. I wish those were there, but it's Lego. So I really like the Mysterios. Oh, I didn't say for the Vultures. I would say go with the Homecoming version. It looks more like the movie. Now, if you're a comic book fan, you want to go for the Vulture, go ahead, be my guest. Like I said, for the comic book versions of the characters, if you want to go for a more comic book look, get those. But for me, I'm going to go for more realistic and sort of. And then, of course, for the Mysterios, I'm definitely going for the Far From Home. It has a lot of detail. It's very more Mysterio-like. I just kind of wish that, Lego would do better with the helmets. I really like now that I got two of them, so now I can actually switch the domes, because the domes you saw in the movie, actually he had more fog, which this one actually does have, and I will put that one on that one. So I'm going to do that after this video. Now moving on to the last two figures, which have the biggest parts in this whole thing, which is Doc Ock. So I have actually owned three, and the oldest one I have is from when there was Iron Fist, Spider-Man, and Doc Ock. And that set I got a long time ago. I lost his body pieces in my black bag of Legos. but I've used his arms for the second Doc Ock, which is the comic book accurate. As you can see, his arms over here, and then of course you got the more modernized, which is the PS4, PS5 game, inspired Doc Ock figure. Say Doc Ock. So here's both of them. I'm not using the stand because these arms are so huge. Of course, you can see that these arms are actually proportionate to each other. I try to make them proportionate to each other. But let's start with the comic book accurate. So the legs don't match up with this one. I don't know what happened. I guess I must have lost the legs for the comic book accurate. So I just, found what actually matched it the most. I might actually paint over those because I did lose the legs, so please forgive me. I am using the 2012 Doc Ock arms, and I'm using the new, I think, 2014-2016 Doc Ock end pieces. I really like this Doc Ock. I like how the the end pieces, the claws. I like how the claws are actually, posable, and of course you can bend them in any way you want, any form. You can have them reaching out to grab Spider-Man or any other person and being. I'm gonna take them off so you guys can see it close up. I like how he has the bolt cut. That is definitely comic book accurate. I like the goggles. The smile he does come with two faces, an angry face and a happy face. I like this piece right here. This is very comic book accurate, and of course the belt. Now, he does come with two chest pieces, one with the collab coat, which is, that actually comes with that, but I just stuck it on this one. I really don't like the lab coat because he doesn't really wear it that much, so just gonna have it off. And then of course I like the yellow gloves. So, and also the printing goes all the way on the back, and when you take this off, it actually shows his arm pieces, where the arms go. And I like the really nice of silver, but the harness actually covers it, so that's pretty cool. And then of course the arms, they aren't really detailed, but they are like Technic pieces, and I really like that. And I like how the hands are actually movable. You actually can stick a minifigure on there and have them grabbing them, holding them up somewhere, and that's pretty cool. Now moving on to the comic book accurate. Video game accurate. Now, the one thing I did was, this is actually the reason I took apart those mechs, is so I can make the arms longer, so whenever I'm playing with them, I can have the arms, extend and extend out. That's what I did for this one. Now, this is this Doc Ock. Now, I really like this one. You guys saw me review it. You guys already know what the detail looks like, but I'll show it again. I really like the shades of green that they chose and the silvers in there. And then of course it kind of goes on the back. Let's see if I can take this off and show you guys. Yeah, I really like the very much of detail in this one. This one looks really good. That's why I like this one. I also like I also really like the goggles for this one. I really like how they did that. And the other side is actually an angry face. No, it's a serious face. So take my word for it. I also like the bowl cut. It actually reminds me of the Incredible sets, and Mr. Incredible came with this headpiece or hairpiece. So, and I also like the green lights. Those are pretty cool. But the only thing I don't like is the arms. I hate that I had to take apart my mechs just to get it. But the one thing I do like is that's the game accurate, and that's game accurate. Well, not game accurate with those, but that is the green light in the middle. But overall, I like it. I just don't really like the arms, but I'll learn to deal with it. The only real difference with this Doc Ock and the comic book is that this one actually holds the body up. The other one, not so much. It does a little bit, but this one has, more stability with these. So, it's a give and take. It all depends, like I said, on what type of person you are. If you're a comic book accurate person, then you're definitely probably gonna go get the comic book villains. But if you're a more modernized person like me, I'm probably just gonna go get all the modern villains, which I have, and also have a comic book. Actually, I feel like I have more comic book than actual modern. Now, they don't have a modern Scorpion. They also don't have a modern Doc Ock. The PS4, PS5 is actually modern, so never mind. The only modernized villains I really don't have is a Scorpion, a better Green Goblin, and a Craven. Those are really the only ones. Venom definitely has one due to the movie. And it all depends on what type of person you are. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. In the next video, I will go over vehicles and Spider-Man. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And this, like I said, this will be made for kids. So kids, I hope you enjoy watching this, and adults as well. And take whatever I said with a grain of salt. You're your own person, so do whatever you think is best for you. And I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.